Hi, folks. This is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report. Well, I've got a really far out thought for you right now. You know, I've told you before. Not only do I love to go fishing, but one of the things I do every day, and I do this just to try to stay fit, is I go running, and I run the same area down near the Sykes Center in Ogdensburg. And that area has a lot of animals in it. And so one of the things, a lot of people you see when they're running, they're playing music. But I don't do that. I'm watching. And I have this little technique that I do that I know it sounds crazy, but I love to each day see how many woodchucks I can count on my way. It sort of absorbs my thought. And if I'm looking for woodchucks, I'm not thinking about how out of breath I'm getting or how tired my legs are getting. It gives me something that I can really focus on. And I love it. I know it sounds crazy, but what I have found, and here's the message, here's the fishing message, if anything is possible like that, here's the fishing message from all of this. I notice that some days it appears like those woodchucks are everywhere around. And I'm talking about spreading out 3 miles distance where they can't see each other, but somehow it seems like in every species there's a means of intercommunication that we might not be aware of, but they seem to be able to communicate together. They seem to all know when it's time to go out and have fun. They all seem to know when it's time not to do anything. You'll see other days where you don't see a one around. And I can take this and relate it to fishing. I see the same thing. There'll be days where you can go to a body of water and it seems like every fish is doing the same thing at the same time, yet they can't see each other. They're way too far apart. Can they hear each other? But what is it? What is it that's part of that intercommunication system that I believe all organisms have? It's part of their whole way of survival. Because remember that old saying, there's strength in numbers. And every species feels and knows that. That's why we form tribes and we form groups in life, because it's for our own survival and protection. And I think all species do this. And I've even tried to equate. I'll go running and I'll see woodchucks all over the place and I'll think, oh, wow, maybe the fish are doing the same thing today. Maybe this is a day when all these other organisms are responding to something that makes them active. So I think, wow, the fishing's going to be really good today. But more important than that is when I'm fishing the Grass River, and I use the grass, I fish all the rivers, but I'll use that because we can all sort of know where I'm talking about. And I notice that there's certain days where all the fish are responding in the same way. And yet they can't, I don't know how they're doing it, but they are communicating. And I really believe that there is this form of intercommunication. Well, it's a thought I'll leave you with for now, but it's something that I've come to think about all the time. And I'm trying to tap into, how can I, understanding this, learn more about the craft that I love so much, which is becoming a better fisherman. Until next time, folks, this is Don Meisner with the North Country Fishing Report.